The dignitaries and honored guests have arrived, and the annual parade of the Fire Department of New York is underway. The throngs of ordinary citizens lining the streets are once again reassured that the FDNY will protect them from fire. New York had developed a good system, and given the lack of modern building and safety codes, perhaps even a great system. But whether measured in terms of tax dollars or firefighter lives, it was not a cheap system. The manpower to run the system was obtained by requiring the men to be always on duty. They left the firehouse only at staggered times to go home for meals and for an occasional day off. In the early days, 12 men were assigned to each company, and at least 9 were required to be in quarters at all times. Each year, hundreds of firemen were injured, and a major fire without the death of a firefighter was considered remarkable. Bravery was expected, but the rescues made by the scaling ladder squad still made the front page. Marching with ropes, life nets, life belts, and scaling ladders, the handsome young firemen drew cheers from the crowd. Fire horses were essential to the functioning of the system. Horses were incredibly expensive to own and much harder to find and train than firemen. In New York, until the 1870s, only the driver rode the rig. The men were required to run alongside. The practice was not only exhausting, but dangerous as well. The first FDNY line of duty death was that of a fireman run over by his own rig. The addition of running boards was considered a major change in apparatus design. In 1892, the department established a training stable and formal program of instruction for fire horses. Based on the success of this program, a school for the instruction of firemen was also established a year later. Many firemen thought their department took better care of the horses than the men. The first ambulance purchased by the FDNY was in 1906 for the transportation of injured horses. The only motorized apparatus in the parade was an ambulance operated by the Department of Hospitals.